and welcome to Joaquin's Infection AU. This is the other AU that the same creator made. As you can see, I am in the dead center from Godman's Realm, which is the other AU he made for me for my birthday to represent the character from my second channel, Godman93.exe. Now, from what I heard though, from what he told me, though, which I gotta pull up the chat real quick though, just to double check some stuff real quick. Um, hold on a minute. There we go. Because in order for me to remember, though, I have to pull up what he mentioned to me about it, though. So we were talking a little bit about it earlier today, though. Okay, so let me just see something here. Okay, so oh jeez, I got so many text messages all at once, though. But what I'm trying to mainly do though is trying to like. Okay, so me and him were talking a little bit earlier today about like this current thing though, and he's gonna like Um, did he? So basically, though, like for this now, this is a different website though from the original one he did though for Godman's Realm, though because this is the first one he did. This is the one he did before Godman's Realm. Godman's Realm, I think, was like his second project. I think. So this one was actually the first one though. So this is like the first one. So I kind of I did mention to him about like some creative lore ideas that I got though from this one mixed with mine a little bit. So what's happening though is like so basically what I talked to him about though was like lore ideas. I'm not gonna get into the lore though because I want him to confirm or deny it though. So basically like we were talking about some lore ideas and whatnot, and he did mention to me though that like I think it was hold on, I gotta go back like to like yesterday or something like that. Like so I kind of have to go back into like yesterday's chat a little bit though, I think. Um Hold on. Sorry, this is taking a bit of time though. I currently like the same Discord account I have on my computer though. I have on my phone. So, and he did tell me how to actually get to part two though, so that's at least a relief though. But for right now though, what I'm actually gonna do though is I'm gonna see if I can try to find it real quick though. So basically kind of like what's happening though is like kind of a little bit though, like talked a little bit about it though, like basically though, like yeah. So like basic now it is gonna take a bit of time though to get access to part two though. So depending on how long it'll take me though to see if I can try to get to part two would actually depend on if I can actually do part two today or I have to do part two tomorrow because it may be a complex process though. I don't know for sure though, but yeah. Now let's get straight into part one of Joaquin's infection AU, part one. Uh, Part one and two. Before the infection. Look at me in the background there. Yes. Hey, yikes. You know, you know. Hmm. Did you notice that Joaquin's missing? Mm, he's missing. What? Actually, yeah, I noticed. I haven't. He hasn't been around us lately. Is he alright? Meanwhile. Look at me. Where else I get that? Meanwhile. Page look. I'm like, bruh. That's just funny though. Joaquin hasn't been around us, they say. Ernest, they say? I wonder what's up with that. Meh, that's fine. He'll be back. During the day. The way I just like to say that though is crazy. Wow. Hey, dude. Yeah. I've always wondered, why do avatars come like that? Silly question. Hmm? We came from Roblox. And also, where's Joaquin? The music party is starting. No clue. Oh my god, it's going to, everybody, the party's about to start in 5 minutes. Oh my god. Huh? What's that shadow? Oh, it's a re-remastered. Oh, interesting. Wait a minute. Oh, I don't know if you guys get this reference though, but this is supposed to be a Five Nights at Freddy's reference right here. I'm not lying. Think of it. For all you those guys who played Five Nights at Freddy's 1, you can kind of see the reference to a little bit though, like Freddy being on the right side of the menu with the title going down like this, like with the title on the left hand side. That's what I like. Click play. Click to play. I'm clicking to play. Why is it? Huh? Okay. Oh, we got a warning here. If you're one of those people who feel uncomfortable, please leave the project. Blood, gore, realistic face, and do not report. It'll only make things worse. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, geez. Oh, shoot. I think I'll have to do part one and two in one episode or something. You have been warned. Eh, What the? What the? What the banana? What incarnation? There we go. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now we can get into the actual thing. Now, he did mention that there is no gallery for 1 through 5. So parts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 have no gallery, but parts 6 through 15 will have a gallery, or something like that. I'll have to double check on that though, and then when I do like the next episode of this, I'll let you guys know more detail about it. Well, looks like we have some bonus characters at the top here. Let's take a look at these. What the heck? Why is that not playing? What? Wait. Do the bonus characters not have a selected option? Hmm. Interesting. Oh god, that is loud. Turn it down a little bit. So, why is that skip button still there? That's weird. I like the fact he's winking at us, though. That's fun. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. You know what that kind of reminds me of? That kind of reminds me of a mix of a train bell, mixed with train track crossing signals. Like, like the steam engines? Those types of bells. Now, that's what you call a beatbox. Now, that is what you call beatboxing. Why does that remind me of something from Super Mario Bros. Wii? A little bit. Why does it remind me of that? I don't know. Yeah, buddy. Sounds like something on Geometry Dash. I'm not gonna lie. Reminds me of something on Geometry Dash. I'm not gonna lie. Did I miss one? I don't think. Wait, hold on. I gotta double check something. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I'm glad I actually caught that. I'm actually glad I did. Or else I would have not have noticed. I would have skipped right by it. I like how it actually spins though. I like that. I like that feature. How it actually just like spins like that. That's a cool feature. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, I like the del. Oh. What the? Hold up. I can't stop laughing. When his eyes go like when his eyes go like this. Why does that make me laugh? Like when his eyes go like this, it just makes me laugh, and I don't understand why. Very cartoonish ad. I'm not gonna lie. Very classic and very funny. Creativity, spot on. 10 out of 10. Not bad, not bad. I have a brown hat. Oh. Ugh. Sorry about that. It looked like I was getting hypnotized there for a moment on my end. Not in like the camera though, but like my vision myself, like my own vision though. I mean, it looked like I was being hypnotized.
Hello, would you like to have some fun with us right now? Come on, gossip along with us. this fun time. Hello, would you
Well, that sounds like an actual song a little bit though, but not quite. I was just saying, hey. Kind of like Balloon Boy only had one voice line if an F2. That would have been annoying. Which he is annoying. Wait. If that's Daisy. Hold on, hold on. If that's Daisy, then what is that hat? What? This is me, right? Yep. This is me, alright. Now, he did mention something about. Now, I'm gonna do part 1 and 2 in the same episode, though, actually, to make it easier on myself. Because I'm thinking this hat down here leads me to part 2. Hold on. Let me double check real quick, though, with him. Just to be on the safe side. Real quick. Because he told me how to get to part 2, though. I just gotta see exactly, like, how he told me to get it to part 2, though. Says, as I thought, I used the last icon, which is this black hat right down here. This is how I get to part 2. So, I'm actually gonna do part 2, though. Actually, like, right now, actually, though. And it's a separate episode now. Because I wanted to double check, though, just to make sure I know exactly how to get to part 2. So, yeah, just make sure you guys smack that like button if you do plan on subscribing. Definitely your choice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another Comedy 3 reaction, gaming episode, live stream. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.